Here's my predictions for the housing market in 2022. I think we're going to see a lot of the same in 2021, where house prices are remaining high and they're selling very, very quickly. This means that my old trusted strategy of BRRR, buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, I'm having to do a bit more on the refurbishment side. Prior to 2021, we could buy a house, put a new kitchen in it, new bathroom in it, give it a little paint and put some carpets in, and we were getting that uplift in value. The great thing then was we could buy the houses below market value if they weren't up to a decent standard. The problem now is you're buying houses at market value no matter what the standard is. So you've got to start thinking outside of the box. So recently, over the last year, we have started doing a lot more extensions, a lot more loft conversions, and really making the houses look a lot different to be able to then add that value on top of buying at market value and then being able to refinance the money back out. So I think we're going to see very much a lot of the same this year. In terms of serviced accommodation, I mean, that has come back with a boom since probably early 2021. I know last year, the latter part of the year was, incredible throughout the summer. Also starting to see it in Dubai as well with my business over there. Travel over there is back. Yeah, they've got the expo on, but just in the main, there's a lot of people over there now needing accommodation. And I just think people around the world are starting to move again. They're getting sick of being locked up. Thankfully, the governments aren't putting as harsh restrictions on travel, which is freeing things back up again. With a bit of luck, I might get to America in March, taking the good wife away to New York, but we shall see. Travels, everyone's back on the radar of travel. We're starting to think about these, times where we can go, and businesses have never been busier. One of the biggest, or should I say, the biggest profit line for our business is the contractor market in the UK. And contractors are absolutely snowed under. There's more and more developments being thrown up. There's more and more bigger projects in the cities being thrown up. And that's great for us. So that means we need more properties. We need to acquire more. And I think, that's only going to continue throughout this year. There seems to be a lot of money in circulation right now, which is no surprise given how much money was dumped in through all the COVID grants and, all the CBILS and things like that. So naturally, there is more supply of money floating around because ultimately they just printed it. So that is fueling what's going on right now, which is great if you're on the right side of it. You just got to think about how you can get more creative to buy the properties at these heightened prices and then still not get your money stuck. Obviously, that's my strategy. You may just be an investor that just wants to buy property and hold and not need to get your money back out, and therefore there's plenty of opportunity to do that. You just want to be careful you don't overpay and get into bidding wars that are going on at the minute. I mean, some of the auctions are just mental. Their prices are going tens and tens of thousands over what they're starting at, and the bidding frenzies are just insane. So you do need to be mindful of that. As I always say, don't invest with emotion, invest with your numbers, know what your numbers are, and go to that limit. Once that limit's surpassed, then you bow out and you find another property. There's plenty of properties out there that need stuff doing to them that you can pick up and get operating and creating cash flow for you. So that for me is what I see for 2022, both in terms of the property market and buying, and also in terms of the short-term rental market. I think we're going to see very much the same usual. We're in a bit of a low spell right now in January, and it will start to come back out February, and then from March probably through till, we saw it a bit later this year. It went until about November this year. Normally September, October it starts to dip off again, but this year it was a bit extended. I do think we'll probably find a bit more normality this year, and the drop off will be around that October time, just creeping forward slightly. I think the reason it pushed further into the year last year was just due to the restrictions, and then people wanting to go on holiday later, people wanting to do stuff later in the year, and that just allowed the travel industry to kind of tick a bit longer. However, travel's always, it's the second largest industry in the world. It's always going to be there. People are always needing accommodation, whether it's for a holiday, whether it's for professional visits, whatever it looks like, they need that accommodation. So we are in a great space. I think very much the same. Good year ahead, hopefully, for everybody. If you're not involved, get involved because it is a great time. The best time to buy property was yesterday. So, always bear that in mind. As they always say, buy property, hold it, and then just create the cash flow out of it with your various different exit strategies. And if you're not picking up your below market value deals, you've got to create your own value, and that's what I've started doing, is just creating our own value and then being able to still pull that money back out, reuse it again, pay the investors off, however that looks. It's a simple strategy once you understand how to do it. So please don't think this is complicated. It's not. It's very simple. Just get yourself educated, understand how to do it, and then just back yourself. Go out there, find the money to do it, get out there, do the projects, commit to them fully, and you will end up in an abundant place. I guarantee you that. Hard work pays, and that's all you got to put in to make this dream happen. As always, if you do like the videos, please subscribe and head over to my website, www.ryankluke.com, if you would like to book a call with me and have a little chat.